be showing you in this video how to make hard xylitol candy, which is great for the kids, and they're also peppermint flavoured. But you could be experimental and you could try different flavours with different extracts. These here are the peppermint flavoured ones, and they have been coloured with food dye, and they're fantastic for the kids to get them to have xylitol after a meal, and also to keep up their xylitol intake to protect their teeth. If you haven't heard about xylitol, there's lots of benefits to xylitol. If you want to watch my video here, I have explained more in depth about the history of xylitol and the benefits of xylitol also. So the recipe is very similar to the homemade mints recipe, but they are designed to look like candy, so they're great for kids. Just remember with xylitol, guys, to keep that right away from your pets because it is poisonous and it is toxic to pets. So just keep that in mind. You don't want the pets around while you are in the kitchen. And make sure there's no way they can get to it. They do take a little bit longer to dry than the homemade mints because they are quite thicker. I have tried other recipes that included water in the recipe with the xylitol, but unfortunately I've found that if you put water in there, it's going to crumble up and it's not going to dry nice and hard, which is what you want. So for this recipe, you're going to need 1 cup of xylitol powder. You're going to need 1 to 2 teaspoons of peppermint extract, and the last ingredient is just half a teaspoon of green food colouring. But this is optional and you can leave it out if you want to. So here is my xylitol powder that I bought off eBay. And you're also going to need some silicone molds. I've just chosen heart and gummy bear molds, but you can choose any shape that you like. Okay, so we're going to start by putting our 1 cup of xylitol on our pot. My induction here, I've put it on a low heat. Probably just want to go as low as possible because you don't want it to be too hot or burn it. And you want to watch it, so you want to stay close and watch it and keep mixing as it starts to melt. And I'm taking out any lumps that I see. Xylitol likes to clump up, so just getting a spatula in there and breaking it up will help with even melting. And bit by bit, as the xylitol melts, first it will turn translucent and then it will turn transparent, which is what you're after. So once the xylitol is fully transparent, you want to grab your extract. For this recipe, I only put in 1 teaspoon, but I actually thought afterwards that it could do with a slightly stronger flavour, so I would actually recommend probably about 1 to 1.5. But it depends on how strong you like your peppermint. And now we can put in our half teaspoon of food colouring and mix that all around. Okay, so now we want to put it into our molds, and we want to go pretty quickly because xylitol does like to harden, especially around the edges of the pan. So you want to get in there while it's hot and fill up your silicone molds. So you want to leave the xylitol to dry for a good 24 to 48 hours. I found that putting them in the fridge can help with the drying process. So after 24 hours, my hearts, most of them wanted to come out of the mold. Some were still in their liquid state and were just not hard enough to pop out of the mold. But most of them were. So when I say rock candy, they're actually not that hard when you eat them, and they do crumble when you bite into them. Xylitol loves to stick on the sides of the pan. So if you want to do washing up afterwards, I would recommend that you heat up a little bit of water in the pan and then swish it around so the xylitol will dissolve again. It loves to pick up moisture, so it's best to keep these candies in an airtight container. Guys, here is my daughter. I did get her to wear a dress that she did not like, so That's why she has a bit of a sour face.
Xylitol candy. It tastes pepperminty and sweet. I've given it 8 out of 10.
Xylitol is great. It's a sugar-free alternative. Great for diabetics. Doesn't spike blood sugar like other sugars, but glucose-based sugars do. So xylitol is fantastic, and it's great for your mouth health. So I'll say bye for now. I'll see you in another video.